People say, well, we have to cooperate to get along. No, we don't. Stalin didn't cooperate. Stalin cooperated with his henchmen and murdered 20 million of his own people, if not more, and then he died comfortably in his deathbed, shaking his fist at God one last time at the age of 74. So no.
How would you respond to the claim that morality can be fully explained by the idea of social contract theory and evolutionary development, that moral norms arose because they promoted cooperation and survival, rather than because they reflect objective moral truths grounded in God? Why should we think morality points beyond biology and to a transcendent moral lawgiver?
Because if it's just biology, it's not moral. Biology is biology. Morality is another category. I would ask the person, how does a mutating genome have any authority to tell you what to do? It doesn't, okay? We have a whole section in Stealing from God on this. But what the person would be saying is that these moral sentiments that I have are just that, they're sentiments. I think murder's objectively wrong, but I'm mistaken because evolution has given me this idea that murder's wrong, but it's not really wrong. Well, if that's the case, if evolution has given you all your moral sentiments, that would mean evolution has given you every sentiment, including every thought you have. And if evolution has given you every thought you have, why should you believe any of your thoughts are true? In fact, let me show you something from C.S. Lewis that Lewis said everything well. All right, here's Lewis on what essentially you're saying. If we're just a molecular machine, why should we believe anything we think? Okay, here it is. Look at Lewis here. I can't say it any better than Lewis, so here it is. He says, suppose there were no intelligence behind the universe. In that case, nobody designed my brain for the purpose of thinking. Thought is merely the byproduct of some atoms within my skull. But if so, how can I trust my own thinking to be true? But if I can't trust my own thinking, of course I can't trust the arguments leading to atheism, and therefore have no reason to be an atheist or anything else. Unless I believe in God, I can't believe in thought, so I can never use thought to disbelieve in God. Does that make sense? Okay. See, and by the way, cooperation, people say, well, we have to cooperate to get along. No, we don't. Stalin didn't cooperate. Stalin cooperated with his henchmen and murdered 20 million of his own people, if not more, and then he died comfortably in his deathbed, shaking his fist at God one last time at the age of 74. So no, cooperation isn't necessary to be personally successful. In fact, a lot of people get ahead by squashing other people, right? Also, if evolution is a process of change, that would mean morals can change. And if morals can change, that would mean rape could someday be considered good. In fact, according to evolution, if our goal is to propagate our genes, why shouldn't we rape? See, so evolution doesn't help the folks who are trying to explain morality. Does that make sense?
Yes, well said.
All right, thank you, Sarah. Appreciate it.